show you how is your host.
Hi, welcome to How to Make Iced Coffee. I'm your host, Abby Parker, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make iced coffee just as good as the stuff you would buy at a coffee shop. So for this first part, all you're going to need is a measuring cup, some coffee, any kind of coffee you want to use is fine. I have like a really dark roast here because I like really strong coffee, and a pitcher or any other container you want to use is fine. We also need some water, so I have that here. And first, what you're going to want to do is, usually you would make like a gallon for this recipe, but I'm going to half it. So we're just going to do half a gallon. So I'm just going to get this lid off real quick. And then we're going to measure out half a gallon of water. This actually has like little measurements on it, so just going to pour the water in. All right, that's about half a gallon. So next, you're gonna pour your coffee in. You can like do less coffee for weaker coffee or more coffee for stronger coffee. I'm gonna do like 6 ounces, which is gonna make it pretty strong. So I'm just gonna open this up real quick and measure out 6 ounces. See if I can't spill this on myself. All right. So next, what you're gonna do, set that to the side, and you'll pour your coffee in. It doesn't look like a lot right now, like the water to coffee ratio, but once you stir it, it really mixes up. And you'll wanna make sure you get all of the coffee grounds wet, so that helps it steep. All right. Okay. So once that's done, you'll want to seal it really, really tight, and you'll steep it for at least 8 hours. So it's best to do it like the night before you want your coffee. You can just let it steep while you sleep. So yeah, you'll let it steep overnight, and you can let it steep more than 8 hours. If you let it steep longer, it makes it a lot stronger. So I like to let it steep for at least 10. So I'm going to set this to the side and bring out some that I already steeped overnight last night. Let me just get it to this side. Okay, so for this part, you're going to need your steeped coffee, and I'm going to put it in this little thing right here. You can use another like clean pitcher for this part too. And you're going to need one of these like really fine strainers so the coffee grounds don't fall through, and some cheesecloth. You can also use paper towel for this, like if you don't have cheesecloth at home and you don't want to buy any. And this part takes pretty long to do. It's a really long process, so it's probably like the second longest process besides steeping it. So you'll just pour it in without spilling it, hopefully. And while this is pouring, making it this way is like so much easier than like going to the coffee shop in the morning and buying like a $5 coffee every morning on your way to work or on your way to school. It saves you so much money. This cost me about $15 because I bought really expensive coffee, but you can buy the cheap stuff if you want. And you'll want to get like all the stuff at the bottom too. But yeah, it saves you a lot of money because you're spending like. All right, when we come back, I'm going to show you guys how to mix your coffee different ways. Thank you for joining us. Have a great break.
So, Jimmy, what are we going to do about these grades?
I know exactly what Jimmy needs.
What are study buds?
Study buds are earphones that help students study.
Study buds are awesome.
Hi, welcome back to How to Make Iced Coffee. I'm your host, Abby Parker, and before the break, I showed you guys how to mix your coffee, how to strain it, and how long to store it. So I didn't have enough time to strain the rest of the coffee, so I brought some from home that I already made. I'm gonna pour this in here real quick so we have enough to make the rest of our coffee. All right, sweet. Okay, so for this part, we're gonna need a lot of different stuff, but you can just pick whichever way you wanna make it and just buy the stuff for that. So I'm gonna show you guys a few different ways to mix your coffee. So first, I'm gonna get some ice down here. And I'm gonna fill the coffee up so there's like a little bit of room left for stuff you wanna put in it. All right, there we go. So this first part, it's like if you really, really like desserts. This is more of like a dessert coffee, I would call it. So what we're gonna need is some half and half, some caramel, some whipped cream, and this is like coffee syrup, caramel coffee syrup that I found at just a regular grocery store. It seems really uncommon, but you can find it almost anywhere. So you're gonna pour this in to your liking. I like mine really sweet, so I'm gonna load it up. And then you're gonna put some half and half. You don't have to use half and half. You can use 2% or whatever if you don't like so much fat, because half and half is really fattening, obviously. But go big or go home. Okay? And then after that, you'll just mix it up. And then from here is the best part, the whipped cream. We'll just spray some of this on top. Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna put some caramel on top like that. Okay. And then here, I really like cinnamon, so I'm gonna put some cinnamon on it too. There we go. All right, now all you need is a straw. And there's one way to make it, okay? So the next way is this is like a dessert coffee, but if you like your coffee really, really sweet and really, really, really fattening, this is the way you wanna do it. So you get some ice again, and you'll get your coffee. I don't do it this way often because what we're gonna put in it is so fattening. You're gonna need a can of condensed milk, which is pure sugar. So you'll open it, and if I'm gonna do it this way, I'm just gonna use as much as I want because I don't do it often. I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of this stuff, and you can see it's so rich, it's really, really sweet. You'll put it in there just like that, and one more. All right. And also you'll want to put some more half and half or whatever you want to, whatever kind of milk product you want to put in yours. So we'll need some of this. All right. And there's one way to make it. A third way you could do just simply using regular coffee creamer. It's really easy. It's the way I like to do it. And that's all the time we have. I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make iced coffee with me. Have a great weekend. Thank you for tuning in.